G'day. Welcome to Pope Urban. Pope Urban Urban Survival. I will be your instructor. My name is Nathan Abela. I'm sure you remember me from the ADL and perhaps many other things. So I'm excited to bring you this new channel. This really is my brainchild. The ADL wasn't. I was simply nominated its president by a few naughty intelligence officers. So this really is my brainchild. This is my channel. This is solely operated by myself, and I will be your instructor. Please bear with me. I'm reading off a script. Well, not off a script, just a few cue points. Almost nothing I say is scripted, so just bear with me. Yeah, so sit back, enjoy the ride, and experience things you've never been taught before, because that is what I'm going to give you. It's one thing people make YouTube channels and give you the same old, but I'm going to give you a bit of the same old, but with a lot of new stuff. A lot of things you've probably never imagined or heard of or concocted. So that is a motivating reason to the inauguration of this channel, Pope Urban Survival. Now, my background is diverse. It's rich and it's plentiful. I was educated in a few schools. I did finish my HSC. I was educated at St. Mary's Senior High School during my HSC years. I completed that. I was a student at Hall Road High School and St. Paul's Catholic College before that, but I wouldn't really regard that my education. I would say that my HSC was a contributing factor to my education at Hull, but with my HSC, after my HSC, I went on to do a few things. So I have a broad life experience. Before I touch on my urban survival experience, and particularly my survival experience at Hull, I'll elaborate on my work experience and life experience. So I've worked as a junior chef. I was an apprentice. I worked as a junior chef for a few years. I went from restaurant to restaurant. At times I even supervised the kitchen, which I don't think I should have. I did fine, but Jesus Christ. So I did supervise the kitchen a few times, and I supervised it during very busy service. So I have supervision experience as a chef, although I will not dare call myself a full chef, because to be a full chef, I'm talking sous chef, executive chef, proper chef, you need decades of experience. You need to be a full-blooded chef. So I was nothing more than a junior chef. So that's a part of my story. What else did I do? There were years I did demolition work, hence the big muscles and the ruthless nature. Demolition is ruthless. You just get in there with a fucking sledgehammer and jackhammer and rip the cunt apart. That's a demolition. And I did that for a few years, and I loved it. I loved fucking breaking shit. That really is up my alley, because I've been playing footy since I was a 4-year-old, rugby league, so that's also a part of my life story, although I haven't played for the last few years. And I didn't play much in my 20s. I only played a season or two, and even then I just had some fun. But before that, as a kid and in my teens, I pretty much played every season. So I just love breaking shit. I love demolition. I love demolition work. I worked as a relocation expert, so relocating some of the big corporate guys, relocating government offices. I worked in a lot of the government places. That was around 2015, so I got a lot of experience in how people move business to business, their everyday business, and all that sort of stuff. I was a manager. I was a manager at TradeLink, so I worked at TradeLink for nearly 3 years, and I managed I managed the biggest store for 1 month, which was fucking phenomenal, and we got a very, very, very good result. So I have management experience there. And then you've got the personal experiences. I don't call ADL much of a life experience. It was only a month or two. It was only a small dot in my life experience, pretty much nothing. But I'm sure you guys all remember me from that, as people do. So that was a little bit of experience in my life, not much. And that was a type of survival ordeal, because I had to dodge some bullets, 8 of them, from the cops. So that was fine. That was a survival experience. A bit of paintball action in the middle of the night. What else? What else do I have? I mean, I've got numerous qualifications, but I don't want you to see. The reason I'm yapping on about this is because I want you to have faith in your instructor. You need to know who you're learning from and what you're learning, the quality of content. So the quality of content has everything to do with your faith and trust in an instructor. But even then, I'm going to give you further advice regarding that if you just stay put. I tend to talk a lot. So yeah, plenty of qualifications there. I mean, I've got architecture qualifications because I am a student architect. That's what I've been doing for 5 years, and that's now my nominated career path. I haven't budged for 5 years, and I'm not going to budge whatsoever. That's it. I'm a student architect, and I fucking love it. So I've passed many courses and many modules as a student, and I'm not even going to dare call myself an architect yet. I need another 5 or 10 years, at least, when I'm in my late 30s. Before I can actually call myself a decent architect or junior architect, whatever. So I've got many years before that happens. So there's architecture qualifications there. There's electronics qualifications. I've got qualifications for, what other shit do I have? Fucking a lot of plumbing stuff, handling gas. Oh fuck this. Mathematics qualifications. There's a whole bunch of crap, including about 10 or not 10 or 20, maybe 5 to 10. No, that's over exaggerated. Maybe 2 or 3 sets of qualifications for actual survival courses. Oh no, hold on. I did about fucking 10 courses. Jesus Christ, what am I on about? So I took courses from a fucking leading expert, a bloke who knows his stuff, and who pretty much shaped my attitude towards real survival. And I pay full credit to him, and I will later on. I did about 5 or 10 courses from him. He is world class, as good as they get. But he's not the only bloke I did a course through. So there's a lot of qualifications there for just standard survival situations, urban survival, full-blown out urban survival, tracking, bush tracking. I did a course on bush tracking. I did a few courses on native weapons. There's a whole bunch of courses there, but I'm not going to fucking read it off a list as if to do some sort of drum roll and, yeah, this is what I am. The point is, you can have faith in my experience and what I'm about to deliver to you. Now my urban survival experience itself, for the last 8 months, maybe 10 months. For the last 10 months, I've been homeless, but I've spent every fucking day engineering ways to turn the day into an urban survival expedition of epic proportions. And what I've learned in the last 10 months, Christ almighty. So in the last 10 months, I've definitely become an expert in the field. I've got no doubt about that. That's why I am daring to start this channel, because I know what I'm talking about. As well as those qualifications. So I've been doing this survival stuff for over 10 years. I've always had an affinity with survival. I've always done a lot of bush stuff. I've always gone for fucking treks and walks since a fucking 5-year-old, 6-year-old, no, even since a 3 or 4-year-old. Jesus Christ, I've been full into that since I was a young kid. But for actual hands-on doing the dance, doing the urban survival thing, I don't think there's anyone else on earth who has more experience. Not in homelessness. There are definitely people who have lived homeless for decades, for a very long time, but I don't believe there is anybody out there who has actual hands-on urban survival experience in terms of using urban survival skills for about 10 months, which is what I've been doing every day. So I'm able to give you a walkthrough a proper walkthrough on urban survival by someone who's actually still living homeless and doing it. So you're getting the real deal. You're not getting some quickly concocted channel by somebody who thinks he knows what he's talking about but isn't right quite there. You're going to get the real deal, and that's why I'm making this introduction. So let's go beyond that. Let's go beyond myself and the subject matter. Bear with me because I've got a few Q notes here. This is just all muddled. Now, when I deliver the course material, when I upload videos, because everything will be, this is a video course. That's what it will be, a series of videos to explain and explain how to do things. The way I deliver it will be in spontaneous chunks. I want you, as a learner, as a student, to connect the dots. You don't learn well when somebody tells you how you should learn. This is not going to, these videos aren't going to be uploaded in a particular sequence or order as a uni would deliver their material in weeks, because unis do things in weeks, nor even in other technical institutions who do things in modules and so forth. It's going to be nothing like that. I'm just going to say, yep, this week I'm probably going to upload these videos, and this is, I think this is suitable for people to know at this stage. Because again, I want you to connect the dots. I want you to make sense of it in a way that makes sense to you, not me, because it's you that needs to say, okay, this is what this is, and that's what that is. This is how it all comes together, and this is how I would use it and do it. I don't want to do everything in a sequence that tells you how to think, because everybody thinks uniquely and everybody has a different perspective and way of seeing things. And I want you to see things through your lens. I want you to experience it from me, but in a way that makes sense to you. Now, bear with me. Now, on the contrary, I will still upload videos in a logical order, in terms of not giving you information that you can't understand or grasp because you don't have the prerequisite knowledge. Everything I upload is going to be at a level of suitable knowledge. You're going to have information that you can understand, that you already have the knowledge and know-how to make sense of. I'm not going to start fucking videos that show you how to make outdoor solar panel installations with photovoltaic receptors that move, that have fucking frames that move with the sun, and that can do this and this and this and that, because I can do that. But I'm not going to do that to you. Why the fuck would I torture you with that when that's really not what actual urban survival is about fundamentally? But why would I share that information off the bat when you don't have all the other important knowledge that you need much before that? So it's going to be logical. I'm not going to just shower you or pepper you with videos that don't make sense or seem like they've come out of the sky. So you're going to see things at the start that are familiar. So obviously how to procure water, how to find shelter. You're going to see the very basics first, which is universal. And then as I put those forward, then I can start working off them and start showing you other stuff. So start showing you special skills that might get me, well, it's not going to get me in trouble, but that touch the border of getting in trouble. I'm going to do very, very clever things you've probably never seen on YouTube, but that would help you in a real urban survival situation. Bear with me. Now, everything I put forward, from this video to any video in future, I don't want you to just say, yep, that's amen, that's gospel, he's fucking right on, that's definitely what it is. It may be the case that is, it may be true, but even so, everything I advise, everything I put forward, I want you to question, I want you to test, I want you to scrutinize. I don't want you to be a passive learner. You need to be an active learner. You need to think about every little aspect of what I'm teaching and what I'm saying. That's learning when done in a passive manner is no different to fucking telling a cocky something. It's not a very good approach to learning and mastering something. So I want you to scrutinize every single thing I say. It needs to make sense to you. You need to ask questions. You need to say, okay, will that work in a real world environment? Is there a better way I can do this? Does that really work? Is that actually scientifically correct? Oh no, that sounds like bullshit. All these things you need to ask. You need to look at me, or you need to look at my videos and say, now hold on a second, I think that's bullshit. Or, that looks really, really good. But is it what it is? So I want you to question, scrutinize, be absolutely ruthless toward every single bit of information I put forward. Because that's what learning is about. That's what I want you. That's the attitude I want you to have when you're watching my channel. That's the way I'm going to configure everything. I want you to really see and understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I'm a person who, when teaching, tends to do a lot of unspoken things, but that have meaning behind it. I do that a lot in life. So you need to really look at everything I'm doing and understand why I'm doing it that way, why I'm saying what I'm saying. And then, once you've done all that, you need to make the deduction. Do I think that's true? Do I think it's correct? That's up to you, not me. I'm only giving you the information. It's up to you what you do with it. But that's the best learner. The person who can look at everything, even if it looks immaculate, even if it looks like perfect knowledge, and yet say, is there something else to it? You need to think about it. So bear with me. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to go as close as I possibly can to borderlining. I will be borderlining the legal and illegal. I will be sharing a lot of things never shared on YouTube before. I dare say. I may be wrong. I may find that some people have cleverly found something independent to me at some other time before me, or maybe after me, I don't know. But in any case, I'm going to put forward a lot of stuff that you've probably never seen before. A lot of the things I will put forward are, you can say, have military style and rigor, military operation in, not propensity, but maybe in nature. So the way I do things will be very military operation like, and that's not to suggest I've ever been in the military. It's just the way I do things, being raised by a person who was in the military. So you will see, again, you will see things that you've probably never seen before as part of survival skills, particularly urban survival, which is what this is, not wilderness survival. Mind you, I am more of a wilderness survival fan than urban survival. So you'll certainly see new things, and they will come across as very military-like. The way things are executed, the way things are done. No fucking around, no 20-30 minute explanations like this introduction. It'll be very different. It'll be just a few minutes. You'll just see me do what I need to do, explain it very briefly, and bang, you get the point. And then you need to put everything together. I'll probably end up posting about 300 or 400 videos. I'm very prolific, so it's going to be very thorough. I mean, I know that on water alone, I've probably got about 20 or 30 videos I can put forward. I'm sure there'll be many ways that you've heard of before that you can procure water, and there might be a few ways you haven't. But you'll see all of them. I'm not going to explain them here. So on water alone, I'm probably going to have up to 30, maybe 40 videos. And that's because water is very fucking important. Now, yeah, military style, because survival is not guesswork. At least it shouldn't be. Survival is an art. It's a process, but it's also an art, and one you should be prepared for. You should absolutely be prepared for survival instead of letting it take you by surprise. Hence, watching videos, being taught, and being ready for serious situations which will come up shortly in the world. So, credit to all the instructors and people I've learnt from. Again, as I go through the course, they will get mentions, even if it's even if it regards the smallest task or component of survival which I've been taught. So I'm not going to list all of those people now, but I'll give them credit through the course while I'm doing something, when I know that I'm taking something from someone that I've learned from them, as opposed to it being the way I've always done things or something that's my brainchild. Credit given where credit's due. So yes, this is urban survival. Again, this is not wilderness survival. Statistics show that in a doomsday event, or at least a really bad situation, even homelessness, most of the human population will be within the realm of an urban environment. So yeah, I've chosen urban survival as this channel, not wilderness survival, because most of the world's population is in the cities. And if a nuclear bomb goes off, well, you don't have a fucking not translocator, you don't have a time machine or teleportation machine. You're not going to wander off into the wilderness, are you? You're going to be stuck in a fucking city. So what happens immediately? You need urban survival skills. And nuclear survival skills are mostly urban survival skills. So that's why, one of the reasons I've chosen urban survival skills, because it's highly transferable to all the situations that are likely to occur in the near future. Again, wilderness survival is probably my greatest strength. I have a great wealth of knowledge in wilderness survival, much more than urban survival. Although, as I said, the last 10 months have really taken off. And I have got all those qualifications from urban survival too. So it's not like I'm bad at urban survival, not even close. Otherwise I wouldn't be making this channel. I am telling you that I'm an expert in the matter, but I think I'm that much better at wilderness survival, especially with bushcrafting. I mean, at present, I'm actually in tent in the middle of the bush. There's my laptop with the notes. There's my bush toilet, or the toilet here from Kmart. Yeah, portable kitchen, solar panels there, bed, my little desk that I'm sitting on, all my tools, fucking 25 litre water, some more water up there, 8 bottles or so, maybe 7 bottles, my gas, I've got everything here. Peak, I'm actually doing wilderness survival, but you're more likely to encounter a urban survival situation in the predicaments the world is about to face. That's why I'm making this channel, and you're getting it from somebody who can give you the best urban survival education. Nevertheless, even if I am better at wilderness survival, as I said, I'm very, very good with the bushcrafting side. I can pretty much make anything from fucking nothing, from infrastructure to carts to I can actually make a mini railroad, and that is the type of experience I have, the type of ingenuity I can unleash. I'm very hands-on and I'm very artistic, keeping in mind I am a junior architect, so I can do all these things, and I'm in my element in the wilderness, hence where I am now. And mind you, when I say I'm in the middle of the bush, I'm about 100 or 200 meters away from a fucking main highway, so there's cars, there's all sorts of shit flying past, so it's fucking fun. Nobody would even know I'm here. I mean, you could be driving on the Great Western Highway and Nathan's over there 200 meters away. Anyway, the point is, wilderness survival is my greatest strength, but urban survival is certainly not a weakness, not even close. You may even find that I'm actually better at urban survival. We'll soon see. So this is going to be real Resident Evil sort of shit. This is like, what I'm going to show you is the sort of stuff that you just imagine playing as a kid. You imagine doing as a kid while you're playing the game. So you always play those, well, when you play those Resident Evil games, you've probably thought to yourself, fuck, imagine that in real life, and you've pictured yourself in all these scenarios. Well, guess what? I'm actually teaching you how to do that. I'm actually giving you the education for you to go out into the open, the urban environment, and see the world as if you were in a Resident Evil game, where you've actually got to survive, and unlike Resident Evil, you don't get the second chance. So I'm going to be giving you lectures on how to survive the most hostile fucking scenes, how to outwit the cleverest humans, how to do all sorts of shit. There may even be a video on what you may need to do if you have to become, or if you have to eat another human. That doesn't sound right, does it? It doesn't, but that's urban survival. That's outright urban survival in a nuclear war, in nuclear warfare. It may not fare well if people are irradiated, but you get my point. So it's going to be real Resident Evil sort of shit I get into. I'm going to go from the basics, the fundamentals, your water, your fucking shelter, fire, signalling, although in an urban crisis, signalling may not be much of a factor because it's an urban environment and there are other factors, but you get my point. So this stuff that I'm about to teach you will get you through the harshest situations possible in an urban environment, whatever they are, warfare, homelessness, blah blah blah. I'm gonna share every facet of urban survival, every facet, and then go into all that sexy stuff, all that Resident Evil stuff. You're gonna get the full content. I'm not gonna hide content from people. Everyone gets it. However, I might end up doing some exclusive stuff because I am homeless and I need people to help a brother out. I will monetize the channel just to make a little bit of extra cash. I have had to do some cheeky things to get by, so making this channel, a part of my motive in making this channel is to make $1 or $2. I don't expect to get rich. I don't even want to get rich. It's not my thing, but I wouldn't mind $1 or $2 so I can get by easier where money's concerned. So sit back, enjoy the ride, and welcome to Pope Urban Survival.